So, you're a skilled worker and you've got your eyes set on Canada. Awesome choice. It's one of the world's most stable economies. But here's the thing. Landing a job there isn't just about blasting out your resume. Nope, it's about having a real strategy. So let's dive in and map out the road to building your career in Canada. And this really is what it's all about, isn't it? A job in Canada is so much more than a paycheck. It's your ticket to a whole new life, to financial security, and maybe even permanent residence. This is the big dream that gets people excited about making the move. But of course, the journey from being a pro in your home country to landing a great job in Canada, well, it's got some twists and turns. It's kind of like a giant puzzle with a lot of moving pieces. The trick is just figuring out where to place that very first piece. And here is the first big idea you've got to wrap your head around. There isn't just one Canadian job market. There are a bunch of them. It's a massive country, and the opportunities look completely different from province to province. Thinking it's all one big thing is the first mistake a lot of people make.
This is absolutely crucial. The job hunting strategy that would kill it in Toronto could completely bomb in Calgary. Your dream job might not even exist there. It's all about being targeted and making sure your approach fits the city you're aiming for.
Okay, before we start hopping around the country, let's just get a quick bird's eye view. Nationally, the unemployment rate is pretty low, sitting around 5.8%. And the sectors that are really hurting for people, healthcare, tech, and construction. A standard 40-hour work week is the norm. So, this is the general landscape we're playing in. All right, now for the fun part. Let's start putting the pieces of that puzzle together. We're about to go on a whirlwind tour of Canada's 5 key economic regions. As we go, try to picture where your skills and your lifestyle would fit in best. First up, the big one, Ontario. This place is the economic engine of the whole country. It's got the huge financial district in Toronto, and it's where you'll find the most multinational corporations. If you're chasing those big corporate gigs, this is probably where you'll look first.
Now check out the trade-off here. You've got these incredible opportunities in finance, in the tech hub of Waterloo, and in the auto industry. But, and it's a big but, it comes with a seriously high cost of living. I mean, the average rent for a one-bedroom in Toronto's is pushing $2,600. The vibe is definitely competitive and go, go, go.
Next, let's head over to Quebec. It's a totally unique place, feels almost like a slice of Europe in North America. It's a powerhouse in some really cool high-tech industries, but there's one very, very important thing you need to know. And this really shows you the whole Quebec equation. You've got world-class industries like aerospace and AI, a much better work-life balance, and rent that's way cheaper than Toronto. So what's the catch? French is the official language of work. Seriously, unless you're in a very specific tech company in Montreal, being fluent isn't just a plus, it's a must. Okay, let's jump all the way over to the West Coast, to British Columbia. This is Canada's gateway to the Pacific. Its economy is plugged into international trade, and it's got this world-famous lifestyle that people from all over the globe are drawn to. BC is famous for its mild weather and incredible nature, which fuels this really outdoorsy, health-conscious culture. The job market is hopping in logistics, film, they call it Hollywood North, and green tech. But that lifestyle, it comes with a hefty price tag. Rent in Vancouver is the highest in the country, often climbing towards $3,000 a month. The locals have a name for it, the sunshine tag.
Now for something completely different, let's talk about the prairies, specifically Alberta. This is Canada's resource heartland, and it's known for having some of the highest wages and a surprisingly low cost of living.
The key thing here is what's actually left in your bank account at the end of the month. Yeah, Alberta's economy is big on energy, but it's getting into tech and other things really fast. With low rent in cities like Calgary and no provincial sales tax, your paycheck feels a lot bigger. So what's the catch? The winters are sunny, but they can be seriously, brutally cold.
And for our last stop on this tour, we're heading to the East Coast, to Atlantic Canada. This whole region is actively trying to attract skilled workers to grow their communities, and it offers a totally different pace of life.
The vibe here is all about community. If you're tired of the big city hustle culture, this could be your spot. Employers here often want people who are looking to put down roots and stay for the long haul. Key industries are things like ocean tech and healthcare, where they really need people. It's a more relaxed, community-first kind of lifestyle.
Okay, so you've seen the map of possibilities. Now let's switch gears from the where to the how. Getting a job in Canada takes a strategic approach that's tailored to their way of doing things, and it all starts way before you even think about booking a flight.
These 2 steps right here, they're totally non-negotiable. First, your resume needs a Canadian-style makeover. That means no photo, no age, no marital status. It's all about your achievements, what you actually accomplished, not just what your duties were. Second, get an Educational Credential Assessment, or an ECA. This is how you prove your degree is legit in Canada.
The second you land, the clock is ticking. Your number one absolute first priority is to get your social insurance number, your SIN. You are not legally allowed to work or get paid without it. Then start networking like your life depends on it. A crazy 80% of jobs are never even advertised. They're in the hidden job market and are found through people you know.
All right, every journey has a few bumps in the road, and the Canadian job hunt is no different. Let's talk about the 2 biggest roadblocks that pretty much everyone runs into, because knowing what they are is the first step to getting past them.
You're going to hear this phrase a lot, Canadian experience. What it usually means is that employers are a little nervous about hiring someone who's never worked in Canada before. But it's not a dead end. The strategy is to get your foot in the door. Taking a survival job, something to pay the bills, or even volunteering in your field is a totally respected way to get that first Canadian reference. And once you have that barrier just seems to crumble.
Okay, this next one is super important. If you're in a regulated profession, I'm talking engineers, nurses, electricians, folks like that, you can't just show up and start working. You have to get licensed by a provincial group. The strategy here is to get ahead of the game. Do your research and find your specific regulatory body before you move, and start the application process from your home country. It can save you months of waiting around. All right, let's wrap this up by hitting one of the biggest, most common questions out there, one that really confuses a lot of people who are planning their move. It's all about that job offer. First, let's clear up this term you'll see everywhere, LMIA. Just think of it like a permission slip. An employer has to prove to the government, hey, I tried my best to find a Canadian for this job, and I couldn't, before they can get permission to hire a foreign worker. It's a key document for a lot of work permits. And that leads us to the million-dollar question that everybody asks. Do I absolutely, positively have to get a job offer before I can immigrate to Canada?
And the answer is refreshingly simple. No, not always. There are programs like the Federal Skilled Worker Program that lets you qualify based on your own skills, your education, and your language abilities. However, having a real job offer, especially one backed by that LMIA we just talked about, gives you a massive boost in points and can make your whole journey to Canada way faster and a lot more certain.
So, there you have it. We've looked at all the different regions, we've gone over the strategic steps for your job hunt, and we've tackled the biggest hurdles you might face. The puzzle is all laid out for you. Now, the only question left is the one you have to answer for yourself.